Tired of 99.9% of germs? Want your skin, hair, and nice? Meet the hero society needs. The Quad. It's not just any normal product, it's everyone's product. From the luxury of your bathroom to the hardcore floors of a slaughterhouse. It's a surfactant, it's a killer, it's a quaternary ammonium compound. Me, I'm Student Y, and we'll be tracing the elements of the antibacterial paradox.
And now your feature presentation.
Okay, so what do we even use these for? Well, as I said in the mock advertisement, it's everyone's product. From when we wipe surfaces with disinfectant sprays and wipes like Lysol products and whatnot, one of the main active ingredients will be along the lines of blank ammonium chloride. And I can list out a couple of specific examples. If you look at the ingredients list on the Lysol brand disinfectant wipes, like I talked about earlier, you'll see an ingredient called acyl dimethyl benzyl ammonium chloride, also known as ADBAC. But it isn't limited to that. It can also be found in the very products that you use to take care of yourself. Look at your conditioner, your face cleanser. In the ingredients list, you can also find an ingredient usually along the lines of quaternarium 13, 14, and 15. You see, quaternary ammonium compounds, or quats as we'll be calling them from now on, don't care if they're touching your scalp or a stainless steel table in a sterile lab. Taking a closer look at them chemically, you see that their structure consists of a centrally positively charged nitrogen atom bonded to 4 acyl groups. Unlike standard ammonium, where the nitrogen is bonded to at least one hydrogen atom, this nitrogen is quaternized, meaning all 4 of its valence bonding sites are occupied by carbon-based chains. This configuration prevents the molecule from easily donating or accepting protons, making it stable, permanent cation regardless of the pH of your skin or the surface you're cleaning. But here is where the paradox begins. Because these molecules are engineered to be sticky, using that permanent positive charge to anchor themselves to negatively charged surfaces, they don't just rinse away like soap. When you use that cleanser, you aren't just cleaning your face, you're leaving behind a microscopic molecular carpet of clots. In that lab, that residue is a benefit. It provides residual biocidal activity, which is essentially a fancy way of saying it keeps killing germs hours after the initial wipe. But on your skin, in your home, it's creating a constant low-level chemical pressure. We are living in an era where we want a lot of things sterile. We've turned our homes into fortresses of disinfectant. But biology doesn't like to be stagnant. By saturating our environment with these compounds, we aren't just killing bacteria, we are constantly filtering them out. Think about your daily routine for a moment. You wake up, you use a face cleanser containing these compounds, you use a conditioner that coats your hair in them, you wipe your kitchen counter, you spray your door handles, you disinfect your phone screen. You aren't just using one product, you're actively layering them on top of each other. We don't have enough long-term studies on what happens when these specific surfactants accumulate on human skin over decades. Are we altering the natural oils of our skin? Are we creating a chemical home that we can never truly leave? This isn't just about the bacteria. It's about the fact that we've become a society that treats clean as a chemical state, rather than a biological balance. Well, we are creating an evolutionary gauntlet. Selecting for the survivors who have figured out how to spit out these molecules or keep them from latching on in the first place. But if you think these quats are only lurking in your medicine cabinet, well, think again. The moment you step out your front door, you're walking into a world saturated by them. In hospitals, schools, and daycares, quats are the industry standard for sanitization. They are the invisible chemical baseline. Because they stay active on surfaces for hours, they're the perfect candidate for high traffic areas. But consider the volume. In a single hospital ward, these compounds are applied to floors, beds, and touchscreens, and everything else dozens of times a day. So, bacteria are fast learners. When they are constantly exposed to a sublethal dose of a quat, they don't just sit there. They develop efflux pumps, which are microscopic molecular machines that act like bilge pumps on a sinking ship. They recognize the quat molecule and physically pump it out their system before it can unzip their membrane. And here's the hidden sting of the antibacterial paradox. Those same efflux pumps that bacteria develop to spit out quats can often be used to spit out antibiotics too. By trying to keep our surfaces 99.9% clean with quats, we might be unintentionally training bacteria to survive our most important medicines to society. We aren't just creating cleaner surfaces. We are inadvertently helping build a generation of super survivors. But the journey of a quat doesn't end when you wipe your counter and toss the wipe in the trash, or when you rinse the soap down the drain. It just changes the stage. When these compounds hit the sewage system, they end up at water treatment plants. Now, you'd think that a plant designed to filter waste would easily handle these, right? So, I took a deep dive into the North End water treatment plant here in Winnipeg. I looked at their current processes, primary and secondary clarification, biological nutrient removal, and I even looked at the upgrades currently underway. It's a multi-billion-dollar effort to modernize how we treat our waste in Winnipeg. But I kept running into a wall. I'm a mere high school student, meaning that I don't have easy access to scientific papers if I wanted to. I found all the papers and datasets I can read, but truly understanding the real-world application is another. I realized I was missing the context that only an expert could provide. So I reached out to Assistant Professor Dr. Chenjin Wang at the University of Manitoba. I wasn't sure if he'd even answer, but he did. And what he shared with me completely changed how I looked at my own sink. When we talked, he laid out a sobering reality. He confirmed that while we know QACs are incredibly effective disinfectants, we are currently flying blind regarding large-scale remediation. We have the data for how they act in a petri dish, but we have a massive knowledge gap for how they act inside a municipal wastewater system, and it differs from each plant if they track it. Dr. Wang pointed out something that really struck me. The North End water treatment plant, like many others, uses biological processes to digest waste. They rely on vast colonies of microorganisms to break down organic material. But QACs, they are fundamentally designed to kill those very same organisms. So when these molecules enter the plant, they aren't just waste that gets eaten. They act like a chemical bunker. They resist breakdown, and in many cases, they bypass the system entirely. He explained that some can be removed via absorption, clinging to solid sludge. But for the rest, the plant acts more like a screen than the destruction unit. This means that our urban infrastructure, our very own North End water treatment plant, is effectively acting as a bypass. These quats exit the plant and enter our local systems, persisting in the sediment in the water column. And while they don't stay in the water for long, continuous and rampant usage of QACs each year means that they can continuously change our very waters alongside other micropollutants. We started this journey wanting to be 99.9% germ-free. We wanted nice skin, clean hair, and a pristine home. But the antibacterial paradox shows us that our obsession with control has unintended consequences. Every time we reach for that miracle disinfectant, we aren't just wiping a surface. We are participating in a massive and real-time evolutionary experiment. The question isn't how we can kill more germs. The question is, what kind of world are we building when we try to dismantle the things crucial to our planet's system? I'm Student Y. Keep that curiosity alive.